What's going on, you guys? It's WWEAsylum16 here, coming at you guys with my Raw review for the February 22nd episode of Monday Night Raw. This was incredible. Oh my god. We saw the return of Shane McMahon. That's right, Shane McMahon has returned to WWE, and he made a statement. He made a deal with the boss, with his father, Mr. Kennedy McMahon. He simply said to his dad that he wants to be in charge of Monday Night Raw. He wants full control of Monday Night Raw. But in order for him to do that, he needs to be in a match at WrestleMania. And if he wins that match, he's in charge of Raw. But the catch was, he would have to be in a match that Mr. McMahon would tell him to be, and his opponent is someone he hasn't faced in a while. Someone who probably you wouldn't expect for him to face, and that somebody was The Undertaker. That's right. Shane McMahon has to go one-on-one with the dead man, The Undertaker, inside Hell in a Cell. If that can't get any worse for Shane, I don't know what can. So not only does he have to face The Undertaker at WrestleMania, but he has to face him inside Hell in a Cell to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. That's what Vince said. So this is going to be intense. Now, we all know Shane McMahon might take a beating in this match, but there's no way this is going to be a fair match. You know there's going to be people interfering. Come on now. It's going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait to see it. It's hard for me to say that I actually want The Undertaker to lose at WrestleMania, because the last time he lost at WrestleMania was when the streak was broken against Brock Lesnar, and that was not a happy ending, man, was it? See? There you go. So anyways, I can't believe I'm saying this, but yes, The Undertaker needs to lose. Why? Here's the reason why. Shane McMahon, if he's in charge of Raw, he could bring the ratings up like crazy. You know, there's been some episodes where Vince has done a good job and he's brought the ratings up. But you know what? That's only been just a few weeks, few episodes of Raw. It's not been every week. You've seen people leave within like the first 2 or 3 hours. So yeah. But I'm telling you, if Shane McMahon wins, which he will at WrestleMania, sorry Taker, he will bring everything back to the way it was. He simply said it's going to be a new generation to be memorized. And I'm so speechless. It's like so hard to imagine Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. And you think about the battles they had before. Oh my god, this is going to be awesome. And I love when Shane came out, he got a huge pop, and the crowd was going absolutely nuts. In Detroit, they were like doing 3 chants at one time. Oh my god, they were doing the yes chant, they were doing the holy shit chant, and they were doing the this is awesome chant. I mean, it was awesome. And I felt so jealous when some of my friends on Instagram, they told me that they were there to see it, and little kids were covering their ears because of the holy shit chant. I would have been so excited if I was actually there to see it, but nah. It wasn't in Detroit. It wasn't in Chicago. It was in Detroit. However, Raw's going to be in Chicago soon. Fortunately, I don't think I'm going, which sucks. So that's if you think about it, that's twice the Chicago has came to Raw, and I'm not going. It's sad. It really is, but don't have the money for it, so hopefully I can go in the summertime. Maybe sometime before SummerSlam or just whatever, but I would hope the next time I go to I go to wrestling would probably be at Raw. If not, then probably pay-per-view, maybe Payback, because Payback's always been in Chicago. Not every year, but for the most part, Payback's always been in Chicago, so we never know what to expect. So, yeah, there you go. So, anyways, like I was saying, Raw kicked ass. It brought so many people's attention that Shane came back, and even Kurt Angle, he reacted on Twitter saying, "Holy shit, Shane McMahon's back," and yeah, so there's a lot of people that are happy that Shane back, and I'm one of them, and I'm sure you guys are too. Now, if you don't think Shane McMahon returning is not awesome, then there's something really wrong with you. Seriously, you need to get your head checked if you believe that Shane McMahon shouldn't be back, because he should. And if you really, really want to get hyped, just wait until you hear the matches that are confirmed for WrestleMania so far. It's unbelievable. I mean, we all know what the main event is, right? Okay, you know what? I will say this. Before, I wasn't too thrilled about the main event because we knew it was kind of predictable anyways. But you know what? After watching Raw, I'm pretty excited for it. Yeah. I actually am. But I'm not going to say anything right now. I'm talking about the rest of the show. So that first segment went on for about a half hour. So yeah, they had a long talk. There was some point in the segment where Vince actually did the F-bomb. Like, he said something non-PG, and I guess they what do you call it? They just didn't want us to hear it, so yeah, they just muted it. But I remember seeing a video on Facebook of someone actually, someone who was actually in the arena last night. They actually got the footage of what Mr. McMahon said that didn't air on TV, but I still couldn't understand what he said. All it said in the comment section was that he did some kind of F-bomb to Shane, but it wasn't exactly what I expected. Like, I didn't really hear much. If someone was in, because the way this video looked, this person was far from the ring, so you probably couldn't hear it much, because Vince said it very, very quietly. So if someone was closer to the ring, we'd probably be able to hear it, but I don't know. So anyways, I'm talking about the rest of the show here. So we had Neville Lucha Dragons against the New Day. I gotta be honest, I'm not too thrilled about this whole League of Nations New Day rivalry. I mean, it could be fun to watch at first, but it might get boring afterwards, but we'll have to see. By the looks of things from last night at Fastlane, New Day, they acted like baby faces by the end of the segment with Edge and Christian there. Yeah. So, you gotta imagine what's gonna happen between New Day and League of Nations. And people were saying that Enzo and Cass from NXT, they were supposed to make their debut at Fastlane, but do you really think a tag team that hot would really debut at a pay-per-view like Fastlane? Nah. Most big guys like that, or big superstars or teams like that, they mostly debut after WrestleMania, like when Neville debuted. Yeah. Kevin Owens debuted after he defeated John Cena last year. Yeah. Stuff like that. So there's this 6 spot that Neville and Kalisto did at the end of the match. It was kind of a botchy match, but it was still fun to watch. I mean, the match went on for about 20 minutes, which is pretty crazy. So really all we got within the first hour with Raw was just Shane McMahon returning. Had been a 30-minute segment with Mr. McMahon and Stephanie. Well, yeah. And then you get a 20-minute match between Neville and Lucha Dragons against the New Day. Yeah, that was pretty much the first hour of Raw.
I mean, it was a really exciting first hour. It really was. And then it got even better. So Neville and Kalisto did the 6 spot where Neville he took Big E out from the outside. Big E was going to hit a spear through the ropes like he normally does, and Neville moved out of the way. And Neville, the crazy high flyer he is, he attempted a 450 splash from the ring apron. Normally you see guys like that doing it off the top turnbuckle or the second rope, but he did it from the ring apron. He did a 450 splash on Big E. That was awesome. And not only that, but he didn't get up. He stood on his knees, and Kalisto jumped on Neville's back and did a 450 on Xavier Woods, which was sick as well. So, if you don't appreciate guys like that in WWE, then there's something seriously wrong with you. I mean, if spots like that in the matches, if you say that's boring or that's just stupid, you don't know what true entertainment is. You really don't. Think about it. Just think about that. Okay. Needless to say, the second hour. So, Brock Lesnar. What happens before the show? Brock Lesnar attacks Dean Ambrose in the parking lot. And Dean Ambrose is taken to a medical facility where he's got like a neck brace on him because he got thrown through a windshield in the limousine. Brock Lesnar threw him through. And that attack was unexpected. Dean didn't see it coming. Brock just came out of nowhere as Dean was arriving in the parking lot in Detroit for Raw. And Dean had no idea where he was as soon as he was taken to the hospital. Like, he didn't know what the hell happened to him until he finally realized where he was at. And then the lunatic fringe, man, I swear, he never gets old. The crazy antics he does. He comes out with the ambulance, just like last year. Very, very similar to last year, where he came out dressed up as a cop after he was arrested, and he came back in an ambulance, or, no, it wasn't an ambulance. He came back in a police car, or a police truck, dressed up as a cop. It's very similar to that, except this time he was driving an ambulance. I mean, he wasn't dressed up, but he was still in a street gear. But yeah, dude, the guy's crazy. He really is. To have him just like come out of the arena and just like call Brock out like that, dude. Oh my God, Ambrose is freaking crazy, and that's what I love about him. He just does not give a hell. He does not give a flying fuck about his opponents. He really doesn't. He doesn't care what happens to his body. He will put his whole body on the line just to entertain us, and that's just amazing. When he came out of that ambulance, he couldn't even stand up on his own 2 feet. He like had to crawl. He had to pull his body by himself to be able to make it towards Brock Lesnar, but he didn't make it into the ring. Instead, Brock came out and F5'd him. And that's when Dean Ambrose called out Brock Lesnar, and he basically said, "Hey, Brock!" Because, Paul Heyman said that any member of the WWE locker room who wants to stand up to Brock Lesnar and wants to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, albeit. So if someone didn't take the match, then Brock Lesnar probably wouldn't be in WrestleMania. But that special someone was the lunatic prince himself, Dean Ambrose. He called out Brock Lesnar, challenging the Beast Incarnate to a no-holds-barred street fight. Oh my God, this WrestleMania is gonna be awesome, and I've said that many, many times in the previous years. WrestleMania has never disappointed me. If you really think about it, just these 3 matches announced for WrestleMania so far. Oh my God, this is... Good Lord. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm so excited to see what happens at WrestleMania. Holy crap. Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose. No holds barred street fight. They are gonna beat the holy hell out of each other, and I believe that's gonna be the match of the night. If not, then probably Shane McMahon, The Undertaker. I mean, I don't know. So Shane McMahon, The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. I still can't believe that match is happening. Just saying that, just hearing those words come out of my mouth is unbelievable. And then you got the main event of Triple H and Roman Reigns with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And phenomenal. So far, WrestleMania is looking to be fantastic. It's probably going to be better than last year's, but who knows? We'll see. I would expect to see an Intercontinental title ladder match like last year. Kevin Owens putting the title on the line against different superstars, but if not, I'll probably do like maybe triple threat match maybe with Jericho and Styles, Intercontinental title on the line. That would be interesting. Pretty cool to see. And then I see Kalisto defending the U.S. title as well. If they don't put the Intercontinental title in a ladder match, they most likely would do that with the U.S. title. And then the Divas title, they're probably going to have Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha. And then probably going to have Sasha walk out with the title at the WrestleMania, which is going to be awesome as well. So there's just a lot of stuff to think about as I'm watching this Raw. It really is. I mean, you gotta wonder, is Dean Ambrose actually going to survive against Brock Lesnar? I would say so. I mean, Dean is pretty crazy. Nah, he's not pretty crazy. He's super crazy. If you're crazy enough to call out the Beast Brock Lesnar to a fight at WrestleMania, then so be it. Oh. How do you know what to say anymore? I mean, I just completely lost track of what I was saying about Raw. I was just talking about the second hour where Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose segment. Yeah. So they had the rematch from Fastlane last night where it was not Dean Ambrose. It was the Wyatt family against Kane, Big Show, and Ryback. They had the rematch last night on Raw. And I don't know why. Maybe it was just to make the Wyatts look strong this time and have them win instead of looking like jobbers. But instead, what happened, Ryback walked out on both Kane and Big Show, so now it looks like Ryback is going to be a big heel. Is he going to be like the bully from before that kind of heel? The Ryback rules thing? Or is it going to be like just like a bit of, is it going to be like the Skip Sheffield Ryback in the Nexus? Who knows? I mean, I don't know if I like Ryback as a heel, but if you really think about it, he needs to be a heel right now because they haven't really done much with him in the past few months. So yeah, they're making him look like a jobber as well, which sucks because Ryback deserves better. Just like I said it with the Dudley Boys, and look what happened to them. They turned their backs on the Usos and they turned heel. And there's no more tables. So it kind of makes sense for Ryback to be heel right now. Especially with his new gear. So yeah, I don't know if they're gonna give Ryback a title push. If not, I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I just hope Ryback wins a title soon, because the only title he's ever won was the Intercontinental title, and that title reign didn't last very long. So yeah. The only Divas match they had on Raw last night was Sasha Banks and Naomi. Pretty solid Divas match. I mean, Sasha picked up the victory with the Banks statement, and Becky Lynch and Tamina fought on the outside, so decent. The main events was Roman Reigns versus Sheamus, and Roman Reigns. The match never even ended. It looked like Reigns was going to win by countout because he speared Sheamus on the outside. And then before the referee could even make the count of 10 for Roman Reigns winning, Triple H came out with the leather jacket, the jeans. He's wearing a shirt. He was looking like the cerebral assassin. He was looking like a badass, and him and Roman Reigns fought at the end of Raw, and they just kicked the holy hell out of each other. And Triple H ended up being the last man standing when he punished Roman Reigns, bleed him to a bloody pulp. When I say he bleed him to a bloody pulp, I don't mean like he just like, just beat him up with like his. Let me rephrase that. Okay. When I say he beat him up to a bloody pulp, I don't mean like he just like left him laying, like, Normally, when you bleed guys to a bloody pulp, you just like leave them laying and then like you don't do anything afterwards. You just walk away. But I mean Triple H, he destroyed Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns, if you really think about it, he deserves it because he all that punishment he made the McMahons go through when Roman Reigns was champion, or Roman Reigns was trying to be champion. It was time for Triple H to get revenge, and that's exactly what he did. He not only did he hit Roman Reigns in the throat with the ring bell, but he just beat him up so bad. He was slamming his head repeatedly into the announce table. I actually counted, it was like about 24 or 25 times, and that's crazy. How did Roman Reigns not have a headache after that, man? Jesus, his head was just driving back and forth, up and down, up and down. Oh my God, was Triple H trying to kill him? I mean, goddamn, man. And then just, oh my God, and Roman Reigns was just bleeding so bad. He had a shattered nose, and I heard he actually had to get surgery for that. It's kind of similar to when John Cena, when Seth Rollins broke John Cena's nose, and then he had to get surgery on it. Man, seriously, this is getting intense. I mean, now I'm honestly excited for WrestleMania. I really am. Before I wasn't, because we all know Roman Reigns is gonna win, and we still know Roman Reigns is gonna win. There's without a doubt he's gonna win. But seriously, that was intense. And I mean, the pedigree and the steel steps, that was brutal. And Triple H, Raw with the championship up high in his hands. Oh my God. What a phenomenal Raw it was. Oh my God. AJ Styles and Chris Jericho are now a tag team. That's right. Jericho called out Styles, congratulating him from the victory over Fastlane. And now they're an official tag team. I guess they're going to call themselves Y2AJ. That's what Heath Slater said. It could be called that, or it could be called something else. But Y2AJ doesn't sound too bad. Either way, Jericho and Styles are now an official tag team. And they faced the Social Outcasts in the match. And Jericho won with the Walls of Jericho. Meanwhile, AJ Styles with the springboard elbow. And then taking out Heath Slater. And yeah. So yeah, solid episode of Raw post Fastlane. That was incredible. So I'm gonna get out of here, guys. It's been a while since I've done Raw reviews, but I figure I'd bring them back to you guys because that Raw was just simply phenomenal. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you later.